Has it ever happened to you? You've had a long day, and you say, I'm just gonna go grab a quick nap. Arg! Somebody is here. Sharif Saleh Khan is here, aka Black Thanos. I know Black Thanos is the word I'm looking for. He's giggling goony fucking goo goo. He's giggling goony fucking goo goo like Eddie Murphy. I know this because Sharif and I have had conversations before. Sharif's a very good source. Sharif has told me various things at various times. I won't say what it is because I don't want to blow a source, other than he is a source for some good stuff. Jimmy Farrell, it's goodbye BYE. Oh, I'm sorry. Raider Towney, it's good BYE. But I get the sentiment. Goodbye. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you, is what many Southerners would say. I know. Now, here's the thing, and I was just getting to that. I take a nap. I take a nap because I was a little bit tired of what I was doing today. Yeah, I'm one of these old people. I don't have like a set schedule. And I said, you know what? I got time. I'm going to take a nap. So in that time, I get a call from Ed Winchell. So that was my wake up call. So Ed, yes, I got your call. I didn't answer though because I was like, oh fuck. So yeah, yeah, he had Crocs on too. God, we talked about this. Because I also got information, and I'm sure, hopefully, he's probably doing his show. Jeff from New England is doing things. I'm sure. Everybody is. I'm surprised. Actually, thank you, Savage, for being here, because I figured if Savage is here, that means he's not doing a show with Asylum. So thank you. You're welcome to come in. Since you're not doing a show, it's 9:00. When I open up the lines, per se, like they say in the business, and our phone lines are open, I'd love to hear what you. If you're available, if your girlfriend / wife / significant other / whatever. And Ed, I'm gonna ask about this. If it was a guaranteed contract, what is the contract ramifications? That I don't know. So getting back to the point, Ed gives me a call. I don't wake up, but it was a wake-up call. Or I should say I don't answer it. It was a wake-up call. And I knew I was waking up in a little bit in there. And then then Jimmy Farrell's also doing the told you so dance, like the chick in Will and Grace. Well, first it's probably going to be the gentleman that played for Seattle under Carroll. He played for us a couple years ago. I can't remember his name, but I saw. This guy is in for a session. You know, he's going to get in for a tryout. So that's one answer possibly. The other answer is this. Tyree Wilson just became a defensive tackle, period. And we were talking, myself and Jeff and a couple people that were on Jeff's show last night. I know it was Jay and LV. Yeah, we'll get to that too, Jimmy. Or I'm sorry, Raider Towney. God forbid I call you by your wrong name. Raider Towney also reminds us that Hulk Hogan died. That's local news here. He's from the Tampa area. He's from the Tampa area. In fact, his son a couple years ago was put in jail for DUI and was it for killing somebody while driving intoxicated on one of the interstates around here. So there was a big thing with that. His daughter, who I've been in an elevator with the recently, or should say deceased as of today, Hulk Hogan and his daughter. His daughter was hellaciously fine. So yeah, Hulk Hogan is local, just like Dick Vitale is local too. But let's get back to Wilkins. I'm up. I open my phone. I have to go grab something to eat, so I open my phone, and the first thing I see, and this is why he has a bunch of what he doesn't have 1 million subscribers yet, but he has a bunch of subscribers. Is Mitch Renz, and it's like hot off the presses. Oh my God, I got it right here. The Raiders are I don't know if he said releasing or no, I think he said parting ways with Christian Wilkins. And this is what happened. And God, I hope that Savage will come in. When he had the video, when there was the video of him in the weight room dancing, this is ultimately the cause of what happened for the events that happened today. You're in the weight room. You're allegedly injured. Oh, Chuck Mangione died. Okay. Well, that sucks too. Chuck Mangione was a great James, a.k.a. Raider Towney, stop it, man. I love you, brother, but let me get through the thought, okay? So the Raiders are parting ways with Christian Wilkins, and I'm like, wow. And the very first thing I think about is not who's playing defensive tackle. That's immaterial. They're going to find somebody to play defensive tackle, whether it's Tyree Wilson, whether it's the long in the tooth gentleman that's played for several teams. Okay. I'm going to go out real quick, but if you're so, yes, please. Savage, I'll be on for probably another hour and 15. Okay. Crockgate. Well, if he's dancing, and I said this last night, if he's dancing, he better be fucking playing because he's injured. Didn't look like he was injured last night. I like this, Ed. That's great. That's a great pun, too. Here's your walking papers. Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to say that. Times like this, the Raiders make you drink. Birch beer. Not real beer. Not real beer, but birch beer. It's better than root beer. And just on the very day two of camp. Yeah, Bruce, I'm going to let people in. I swear I will. Hey, yeah, definitely the Chicago game. We're going to be there. And okay, Sharif, here's Sharif's I told you so. You can't plan for injury in that respect. He was playing well prior to being injured. He obviously has an injury because they wanted him to have Raiders wanted him to have surgery for the Jones fracture. You can't fake a fracture. But it wasn't all that in the biscuit. I admit Sharif's got some good shit. But I still am going to say, Sharif, don't do the told you so dance because he was working out well prior to his injury. And prior to him dancing like a fool the other day out of his Crocs, if the entire contract is guaranteed, that means the Raiders are fucked, period. If he was released and the entire contract is guaranteed, what I think might happen is the contract's gone. So you don't get any money back. It's like you go to the store and you bought something. There's no guarantee with it, or the guarantee is you don't get a guarantee. Okay, I'm sure. The Raiders will eventually pay Wilkins 1/3 of 1/3. Okay, so 1/3 of the contract is whatever it is. So that's gone. The other portion will come back. But the stuff that's guaranteed is gone. They need a defensive tackle, and they're going to be using those guys that they drafted. They're going to be using Tyree Wilson. They're going to have people that will come in, and we'll see. And Sharif, like I said, and I want to hear Sharif. I'm not saying that Sharif's wrong. I'm just saying, okay, you were somewhat correct in the fact that it was a bunch of money for a guy that didn't perform. I'll give you that. We paid him a lot of money over a contract, and he didn't live up to the contract. But I would say that he was performing went up until the time that he was injured. I'll argue at that. I don't know what the stats were, but he was doing his job. That's what I'm going to say. He was doing his job. So I'm sure we'll talk about the slightly used defensive tackle that's on the market. And here's the thing. If here's the other, if he gets signed by somebody else, yeah, and this is what I was going to get to. He's gone, but the Raiders are going to go to an arbitrator, or is it arbitrator or arbiter? Whatever it is. Ed, you're a lawyer. Is it an arbiter or arbitrator? I think both are correct. They're going to go to some legal guy who said he was fucking around, and it was. So we don't need to be kind of like when they told, and it's a little bit easier when they told Mike Shanahan to fuck off and die. Fuck off and die, Mike. We're not giving you your money. That's what Al said, because it's a coach. But when it's a player, it's going to be a little bit more dicier, because then you got a whole slew of lawyers for the players. and we're going to try to get back. Yeah, I know arbitration, but yeah, is it an arbitrator or arbiter? I don't know. It doesn't matter. And this was the guy I was talking about. Thank you, Matt Marinovich. Quentin Jefferson. He's not as young as Wilkins, but he's apparently, able to do things. If they show the tape and they say, hey, look at what Wilkins was doing while he's supposedly injured. That's faking an injury. That's God, I can't remember what the word is, but it's like fucking gaming the system is what it amounts to. So if he's gaming the system, then they can say, then that makes the contract null and void. Null and void. And if that happens, maybe during that part of the arbitration, that's where that comes in. During that part where we fight for our case, the Raiders have lawyers, the players have lawyers, it's going to go down to lawyers. Fact is, he's not fucking playing, which I can give it. Seriously, I don't care. I've said this before. When a certain player with number 50, I call him 52, who didn't want to play for us and or John Gruden, he said, I don't want to play. Yeah, there you go, just caught. If we win the case, then the part of that contract money will go back to the Raiders. And I'm sure that's coming. If the Raiders lawyers are as good as they need to be, I think that there will be some cap relief. I think. But that doesn't matter. You need somebody to play defensive tackle. Quentin Jefferson's going to be playing, if they sign him, playing defensive tackle. The other guys that are on the roster are going to be playing defensive tackle. Trial by fire birth. Remember, Tyree Wilson got a lot of snaps as a rookie or second year. I can't remember which. When Chandler Jones checked out mentally. That's what happened. He wasn't ready for it. They said, guess what? You're fucking playing defensive end now. Here's, that train. Yeah, you're playing now. JJ Pegues, Tonka Hemingway, you're playing defensive tackle now. Jefferson, if he signed, you're playing defensive tackle now. The other gentleman, you're playing defensive tackle. So that's our rotation. And again, and Ed, that's another good term. It's one of those, it's better that we got rid of him. If the guy doesn't want to play and he's forced to play, it's one of those things where he doesn't give a good effort. If he doesn't want to play, he's not going to give good effort. John Leon, good enough. I made my girl drive so I can watch and focus on it. Thank you. Now that's cool. Sav, thank you, sir. Tell your girlfriend I said hi. I'm sure she is hearing me now. Al Davis told fucking Lane Kiffin to fuck off, and he fired him. Then he had the projector, and he basically told him the Paxson, and that was a coach thing. It was a thing for that, right? This is the Raiders. If you fuck up, Wilkins was fucking up by having a video of him dancing when he's supposed to be injured. That's fucking up. John Leon, good salute back. If the guy doesn't want to play, bye. And good. And remember, she owes me a +1. I'm just saying. She owes me a +1. Hey, Bob Standard's here. Good to see you. Bob's in here. I know that who was it that was wanted to come? I know Sharif's going to come in. I get it. Bruce Davis, who's still here. I'm sure you got things to say. Ed Winchell, Savage, if he can, you can come in. I am going to put the link up, and I know we're going to hear from Savage. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to paste it. And we'll see how many people want to talk. And I know that Matt Marinovich is in the comments. He doesn't come in. That's fine. I think it would be cool if one of these days. That's great. Antonio Brown. Well, I know what you were going. It's Antonio. I got another one. D'Angelo Hall. Javon Walker. Need I say Warren Sapp? Sign guys, got money, don't want to play. The way it is. If you are on my personal page in Facebook, I can't see comments. I was going to be doing this on Instagram, but my phone died. I have a dead phone. I got to charge it after the show. So I'm not even on Instagram tonight. Reno Rick. No, I don't even think Reno Rick had it. Hey, have you ever are you even fucking keeping tabs on them anymore? By the way, fuck Coach Mumble. Reno Rick I don't have a problem with. Coach Mumble I do. I know that's not his name, but I'm trying to gloss over his name. Coach Mumble, boy. Eli Manning refused to play for San Diego. Yeah, and he did. He got John Elway didn't want to play for the Colts, right? So shit happens. On cue, and thank you, Sharif. We're going to hear from Sharif, and Sharif is going to dispel all of this. He was playing up to his ability. Your opinion, my opinion. So having said that, I'm gonna go right to Sharif Elikan. How you doing, Sharif? Give me that sound check so I know where you're at.
Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2.
You're good, Mike.
Thanks, Cap. It's been a minute. I'm glad you're on top of the story. Well, no pun intended. But listen, Cap, it's a little tough for me because I never want to really be that guy to say, "Oh, I told you so," or sound redundant because some things I may express or anticipate or be concerned about come to fruition.
Yeah.
If we rewind the clock just about a year ago or so, 2024, as we signed this guy under the former GM Tom Fiasco, and we are still feeling his wrath, even though he's been removed from here.
Oh God!
It didn't make any sense to me to pay this DT $84 million. As I said to you then, who had one great year in Miami, coincidentally his contract year, who in his last year with Miami had a run defense grade of 80.8. Our DT, Bilal Nichols, who started all 17 games in 23, that same year that the Raiders had that magical defensive resurgence, had a run defense grade of 77.8. Now, yeah, that's a few points difference to the advantage of Wilkins, but look at the disparity in pay.
Yeah, I got
it. And as I feared, this is the classic Sean Alexander syndrome, that infamous running back who got that big deal and then fell off the planet, whether his injury was legit, semi-legit, a wrestling work, or whatever. And I hear you when you say, well, you can't fake injuries. Yeah, but you also can't fake poor character and lack of maturity, accountability, and responsibility. Hell, that's as bad or worse than a so-called fake injury for you to be dancing and goddamn Crocs
I got you.
And all of the nation are spellbound and mystified, wondering, is this guy going to play? Is he going to be available this year? Whatever. So I knew this was coming down the pike. And what made this even more comical, when Telesco signed him, he made a public press statement, and I went live about this on, on my little platform, that he stated publicly, in order to win the division, you got to have a strong defensive line. And I said to myself, well, when did you win the division with the Chargers in 11 years? He didn't. The last time they won it, I believe, was 2011. Anyway, it was before he got there in 2013. So he went 10 to 11 years completely winless in terms of division. And he comes off like he's Moses, bringing us some great revelation. This is why I got Wilkins here, because in order to win the division, you need a strong defensive line. That's like somebody without a driver's permit telling you how to drive stick. It was asinine from the beginning. And never mind, at the same time, we let Josh Jacobs walk out the building, who had another stellar year with the Green Bay Packers and went into the playoffs. Yes, we got Genty now, but we still don't know what Genty's going to be. So, we compromised and lost a lot, letting this Pee Wee Herman stunt double at the helm, and I never felt good about that Wilkins signing from the start, because to me, he wasn't even the top priority as far as a DT, because the defense actually took a step back last year, even when Wilkins was healthy. Across the board, our stats, I was like, well, damn, what's going on with Graham? And even before some of the catastrophic injuries started to unfold, one player after another. So if Nichols and Big John Jenkins and some of those former players who don't have the big contracts or the so-called sexy names that Wilkins somehow earned because one great year in Miami, who was giving us honest effort, consistent effort. Like I said before, Bilal started all 17 games. And if you take the Minnesota game, which we lost very closely in another one, we damn near sneak into the playoffs that year with that defense, with a coach that took over somewhere in the halfway point of the season. But Wilkins was supposed to be the answer, which to me was laughable. And sure enough, here he is showing his true character, shaking his ass like a stripper at Scores in Crocs. And somebody in the brain trust said, wait a minute, this is a slap in our face.
Okay.
And it's time to cut him like a fungus.
Okay. May I interject? Because you came up for air for a second. So I'm going to try to get my point in on the segue. Okay. All good points. You can't, like you said, you can't coach size. Yeah, I agree. You can't coach character. I agree with that. I do agree with that. That is spot on. And when I saw the video of him shaking his ass, I see you, baby, shaking that ass, shaking that ass. Shaking that was fucked up bullshit. Okay? And I said, wait a second. This is supposed to be the guy that's injured and he's laughing and joking and carrying on and horsing around. I was like, I first, before it sank in, I'm like, oh, good. Well, then he's really not that it. That's great. He's not injured. Oh, wait a second. He is injured and he's shaking his ass. So it was one of those things where you're like, oh, good. Okay. He'll be in. He'll be ready. He can play. But then I was like, wait a second. That's a lot for a guy that's really injured. Notice I do a lot of the air quotes. So then I was like pissed about it. Okay. So I was happy at first, but then I thought about it. I'm like, wait a fucking second. I don't like that either. And I was talking about that last night on Jeff's show. And I said, that's bullshit. So the fact that occurred, what was that, 2 days ago, 3 days ago?
I'm not sure, but I just recently saw the video myself. So,
right.
Yeah.
It was within this past week. Whether the video was posted late, it was within this past week. Okay, if he's that injured, he shouldn't be dancing his boogieing his goony goo goo ass off, like Eddie Murphy would say, right? And I'm like, well, wait a second. If he's that injured, then that's fucked up. So I knew something was a what is it? A flutter or something was
A miss.
A miss. Yeah. Thank you, sir. So the fact that I took a nap and then Ed Winchell wakes me up. I'm sorry, Ed. I didn't get your. I heard the call and I woke up, but I didn't call you back because I figured out, fuck, there's my wake up call. And here's the thing. Is then I see that the Raiders are parting ways, according to Mitch Renz. I said, okay, I don't care about him per se, Sharif. You play to win the game, which is something great that the gentleman said, right? And it doesn't matter who's there. Your guys will shake out, no pun intended, as to who's playing the position. If it's not the guy who's shaking his ass and getting a lot of money and he's gone, well, bye. Fuck you and go. Bye. Shut it up your ass. And you're gone. I don't want to see your ass, literally. And they're going to go to a lawyer and they're going to try to get some of the money back. I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. I mean, because you got grounds. You got a fucking video. You got grounds. Thanks, Richard. I am coming at you live. Jack Kenneth, thank you for being here, sir. Point being is that they're going to go after the money because that's the most important thing. The fucker that's gone, see ya.
Right. And it also...
Oh, and again...
I'll wrap this up real quick.
Yes, sir.
It also makes me think of Trent Brown, which was almost similar, which we made him the highest paid O-lineman in history at the time we picked him up.
Mm-hmm.
And he could never stay healthy for whatever suspicious reason. You know, he was bigger than Haystacks Calhoun, but either he didn't want to be healthy or he couldn't stay healthy. Next thing you know, he was out the door making cryptic tweets.
Yep.
And this kind of feels the same way with a lineman on the other side of the ball, a DT who for whatever reason, got his own agenda or ideas and felt no real need to follow the program, or if the Raiders suggested, look, you need another surgery, and he's sending mixed messages by dancing and wearing Crocs of all things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's horrendous, and it also puts this defense in further peril because many of us were hoping, okay, maybe he'll come along in week 5 or week 6 because that secondary brother is going to be our albatross all year. Mark this down. It's going to hurt us like that guy in that movie, Officer and the Gentleman, when the girl broke up with him and he, you know, how that movie ended.
Yeah.
It's going to hurt a lot of us. Our offense will keep us in games as far as scoring wise, but that secondary of ours, especially in our division with our quarterbacks that we have to play, is going to bite us in the ass. And now without even Wilkins, who at least healthy would have been serviceable, that's even less pressure up front because I have zero faith. I have less faith in Tyree Wilson than I do with a Chinese-made condom, basically. Because last year he was supposed to prove himself and he was the invisible man. With all the injuries, that was his perfect opportunity, and he basically was just out there. He might as well have been wearing a striped shirt because he really didn't help us. He basically was hurting us, with the exception of maybe 4 or 5 plays throughout the season.
Okay.
So if some of you are hoping that Tyree turns it on this year, whether he goes to DT or not, don't expect that. I'm telling you.
I got you, Sharif. And my mom did not say this, but other moms had said it. Don't cry over spilt milk. It's gone. It's bye. It's literally in a couple hours, it's going to be yesterday's news. Seriously, you move on. You move on. You next man up or next men up, and you sort it out, and hopefully the Raiders will be, better for it. They'll move on. The players, the rookies will get more playing time. The other guys that are older, a little bit more into longer in the tooth. But if they work out, great. And yes, I was sorry to see Bilal Nichols go. I really was. I was sorry to see him go because he was a very competitive. He was lunch pail. He did his fucking job. Okay,
That's right.
so again, but Sharif, I get you, but he's gone. Literally in a couple hours or 10 hours, in 2 hours and 19 minutes, it's yesterday's news. Turn the fucking page, and we'll deal with it. And by the way, like I said, this is year 0, not even year 1 this is year 0 of the gel. If he wasn't part of the gel, we just got rid of him faster. Seriously.
Right. Oh yeah, I'm not lamenting that because as you clearly recall, I was far from enthusiastic when we picked him up. I was skeptical from the beginning, and sure enough, this is how it ends. So we just got to take our lumps and move forward. Anyway, Cap, I'm gonna park my plane. Always good talking to you.
Okay. And I'm gonna put this up. And maybe I will. And don't do it now, because and I don't know where Ed got this, so I will ask Ed what the source is. I think it's interesting that nobody can get it together on the D line because of Max Crosby. And Sharif, thank you for being there. I didn't. He left. Okay, but thank you, Sharif, on the define because of Max Crosby. Okay, so we'll talk about that, and I'm sure Sharif will have some opinions about that the next time. And thank you for coming in. Bruce is up next. Bruce, thanks for being here. You said you had some things to talk about. Yeah, and I got you, Sharif. Yeah. I got you. But Sharif, keep that in mind for another time because that's interesting. All the people that and I'm not saying that Max Crosby is we anoint him as a Hall of Famer now, but he's on that trajectory. But is it him and everybody else? Is it undue? I mean, I like Max. I love his parents. He does a fantastic job. But is there something in that? If you can't compete, you'll be out on the street. I like that. So there you go. Bruce, I'm sorry. You're up, brother. I see you're still here in the state. Right?
So I just had something before I say the Raiders. I think it was around 11 o'clock your time Eastern. Anyways, typhoon came in and wrecked havoc on some of the province. Our place is fine, but others weren't. But like I told her, you've got to remember that even if a house comes down or something comes down, all right, as long you can't bring yourself back if you're dead. So they understand this. It's unfortunate for some. I can't save the world. You can't save the world. Our chat can't save the world. It's what it is. But I'm glad that she told me what was going on. I'm glad I got a text. But anyways, I just wanted to tell you that everything's okay. I have been trying to get myself to listen to certain things on the Raiders. But obviously other things on my mind. But I did see like the Geno Smith first day and stuff. I thought that was cool. Sounds like things are going okay. This Christian Wilkinson, I didn't care for. I didn't care for the signing. But like you just said, All right. I seen that dance video. Move on. Just move on. You know what? That dude literally just exposed himself of not being hurt. And we all,
Yeah.
you know, the ones that have seen say he literally did that. And I hope to God that, and I'm sure he'll probably end up getting a contract somewhere. But I hope to God somebody realizes that, you know what, this guy, he played in a few games with us. And for whatever reason why, this guy was collecting big money and dancing around like a moron. So, as you just said, Captain, get the hell out of here. We don't need you in the nation. All right? Because that is not how our players want. I want players that are going to play, that are not going to bullshit the team. All right? This fan core, man, we are for life for the Raiders, man. We don't need a bunch of bozos coming into this thing, you know, coming under our team and then saying I'm hurt. And obviously, I don't know if the guy was or wasn't, or if he did get hurt. All right? Maybe he did at first. But what the hell are you doing dancing around? Get out of here. I don't want to hear no more about this guy. This guy's a scumbag as far as I'm concerned, after I seen that video.
Yeah.
So,
And so,
but that's it.
Bruce,
That's it. That's all I wanted to say.
okay. And again, are you still stateside and you went back, or you're on your way back and your wife told you about the typhoon?
Oh, I'm not yet. Not yet. I'm still here. She told me about it. It was last night, and then I said, well, what's the category? Because I kept looking. I couldn't see anything. It just said it was cloudy and it was like 80 degrees, man. Like with an 85%, you know, like what was it? The index for, I mean, it was at 85 and then it dropped to 80 and then it was at 77. And when it dropped to 77, it just said it was light raining. Now she told me something different. I'm not gonna listen. She's never lied to me. I'm not there. So how can I sit here and say what I'm looking at is actually correct? She said it was going and it scared the jibbies out of her. And I just, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? I'm 8,000 miles away. What do you want me to do? I just told her.
Bruce,
go ahead.
Are you on Luzon? Or are you in the Visayas? What part are you in?
It's what is it? I think it's is it Visaya?
Yeah, well,
that
no.
part, I think it's in Bolinas. It's Bolinas, Philippines.
Right. Luzon is the big island that Manila's on, and then you got a bunch of islands in the middle, which are the Visayas, which is Cebu and Palawan, and all of the other islands in the middle. Those are the Visayas, and then the big island on the bottom is Mindanao. Okay, so if you are you on
let's see, we're 6 hours away from what do you call it? It's 6 hours away from Angeles City, and I'm not sure if it's going. It must be going. I don't know if it's going west or east or something like that. But it starts with the P, but it's not the. I don't think it's the Pasaya because I've never even been to Cebu or any of those places.
Okay.
It's like Pagagon or something. Yeah, I can't even say the damn name.
Yeah, you're probably in Lower Luzon. So you know how the Philippines that you're probably in Lower Luzon. You know how that the top kind of looks like a boot. You're probably somewhere in either the heel or the foot of the boot. Is about the best way.
Right, you're right. Luzon, because Luzon of that, I've heard that where they talked about that. She said about the heels to the boot. Yeah, okay, so we are down in that way. Okay, now that you mentioned that, she told me that. So what can I mean? Literally, I was there when I was there last year when I came on your show. Literally, it was like a couple of days later. There was a big one that came through, and palm trees were falling all over the place. But her house, how it's built, it's literally, we got a huge roof. I mean, it's a huge metal roof. So when it rains, you hear it, obviously.
Right.
But there's other people that don't have. They have basically just trash for stuff. I mean, literally metal for their roofs. That's what they do over there.
Yeah.
I asked, my wife was talking to me, and I told her, I said, I said, I would love to give some of, a couple of these people some rust. I said, but I just can't do it. I said, I would love to, do something. But literally these people won't take nothing, even if you want to give it to them. They don't want to take nothing from nobody. That's the problem. When you start getting out in the province, people out there don't want nothing from you. They want to work. They want to build their own thing. They want to be left alone.
Yeah. Well, Bruce, I will say this. I hope that you are obviously well. Blessings to your wife and the family, that you can tell. When you go back there, we send our best to you as well. Blessings.
I appreciate
that. When you get back to the Philippines, maybe your Asawa. By the way, Asawa is wife. It's like an esposa.
Asawa.
If I say Asawa, esposa, it's the same thing. It's your wife. Maybe you'll have your Asawa come on with you on camera and bless you.
Oh yeah, sure.
But you be well. Yeah, you be well. Take care of you and the family. And when you get back, just up. And again, I will send our best to you. And apparently, Hot Neil's in the hospital again. So best Neil too. So we got you.
I appreciate all the Raiders fans, man. For I seen what you guys listen. I know. I barely know Captain Jack. I've talked to him a few times. I've been to his show, but literally, man, you guys are all great people, man. I know I don't know you. I'll be around as much as I can, but I appreciate anything, man. I love the Raiders, man. It's like the Dodgers and the Raiders, but the Raiders, man, there's something about the Raiders. I want to know everything, but my mind just wasn't there. And when I seen this Wilkins thing, I was just like, man, get that dude out of here, man. I just don't want to hear it. But I know people are going to be frustrated. But I don't know. I just hope everything works out for the team. I don't expect them to make the playoffs. If they do, cool. I just want them to get better. That's it.
They're going to get better. They're going to get better. And like I said, if Christian Wilkins was not going to gel, if he wasn't a part of the solution, he was gone anyway, right? He's gone.
Yep.
So it's better to lose him now, fight for the money, and get somebody in there that wants to play for this team and get better that way. I mean, that's the way it is. And again, I come down to it. If you're shaking your ass in a video and you're supposed to be injured, fuck you and go. Bye.
Al Davis would have not put up with stuff like this back in the day. He would have not. Anybody was trying to pull Al Davis's leg. That would have been the last thing you would have ever done. You know what? And they say he was one of the best owners, one of the best kind of people. Especially even Mark Davis. People, as much as people complain about him, the family of the Davises. And literally, if you'd have tried that crap with him, you'd been gone. You don't do that. And I hope Mark Davis and them, whoever they sign or bring in from the draft next year, whatever it is, all right. We all want team players, man. I don't want people coming in here. I don't care if you're a big name. I want somebody with a name like the gentleman that was just saying. I want some people that'll come in that want to play for a team. All right. It's not about your damn all-star, because an all-star doesn't win you all the games. It's about it's a team sport. So let's get guys in here that want to play for the silver and black, people that are going to actually work their butt off and not shaking themselves. Again, the guy busted himself. So I hope NFL teams around the league realize this guy's been trying to bullshit the Raiders. We're not having that. So he's gone. Like Mom would always say, it's spilled milk. It's done. Move on from it.
Got it. Hey, Bruce, thanks again, partner. Yeah, we'll see it. We'll see you when you come back, or when you come back on the other side. All right, brother. There you go. And again, I didn't boot Bruce. I didn't. I swear. If you would like to come in, and I know that we're going to probably, I think we're probably going to hear from Raider Savage once he gets to wherever he needs to be. Twan, good to see you as well. in case you were wondering, we were all kind of piling on Christian Wilkins for being there's a name for it. There's in the military, in the Navy, a malingerer. There you go. It's a malingerer where you fake injuries and oh my God, I'm hurt, and you're always in sick bay, i.e. the hospital, and you got a tummy ache, it's called a malingerer. And if Christian Wilkins is a malingerer, bye. Fuck you. Glad you're gone. I'm worried about the money. But he's gone. That's the way it is. Jamal Adams, I'm glad he's here. He's going to be a coach on the field. He was a former All-Pro. He knows what the hell is going on. He's got a good track record. And there you go. And so I'm very happy for Jamal Adams. I don't know. Jack, I'm just saying, here's the thing. And Jack says, well, the Raiders want him to have a second surgery. He didn't want to have a second surgery. It doesn't matter. At this point, if your boss says you need this, our doctors say you need this, and then it's about you don't want that one to have that, then it becomes an issue. Okay? If he wanted to play, and now he can play. Now he can play because we cut him. So if he gets signed by somebody else and he plays well, then it will look bad on the Raiders. Okay? If he plays for somebody else and he looks like shit, then who's right? Well, obviously the Raiders, because they said we need you to do another surgery. We'll figure this out. Okay? If Christian Wilkins signs with somebody else and he plays well, then the Raiders might have been incorrect saying that you need a second surgery. We'll see. But that, again, it's the 24th of July. It's the 24th of July. That's not going to be shown. That we won't know the answer to that until November or December. I'm serious. You won't know the answer to that question until I'm going to use my fingers. I'm sorry. August, September, October, November. 4 months. 4 months. And Jack, he probably will. AFC West people that want to piss off the team that they came from will sign with other AFC West teams. It usually happens. Yeah. And Sharice said it too. Where did Marcus Allen go? He went to the Chiefs. Where did all of these people that played for the Chiefs go? They signed with the Raiders or the Chargers, right? They sign within the division to say fuck you to their former team. He'll probably sign with the AFC West. And you know what? It wouldn't be I would say look for him to be in Kansas City. Because you got Christian Wilkins and Chris Jones next to each other. That's pretty formidable. If he goes to Denver, okay. But he will, and you can. Hey, Sharif, I normally you say book it a lot, and it usually happens. I say this: book it. He's going to sign within the AFC West. Book it. Kansas City or Denver or the Chargers. Book it. He's going to sign there because what was fucking Jerry Tillery is on his third of the 4 teams already. Many players go around the fucking division. There's like a little, mini fuck you place in the division. You don't like your former team? You play within the division to say fuck you. That's the way it is. Sharif says Denver. I can think Kansas City. Denver, it could go because I think Denver is the better team, more up and coming. Kansas City is crested. They're not going up anymore. They crested. Their last up was the Super Bowl, and they got their asses handed to them. And they shouldn't have been in the fucking Super Bowl. They were 8, 9, maybe 10-win team last year because of fucked up officiating. I'm sorry it's true. Or as Richie Riche would say, sorry, not sorry. Homie hopping. Okay. Homie hopping. Okay. That I did not know that. But I will try to remember that. So Christian Wilkins is going to go homie hopping. Yeah, Jack, I said it. Don't rule out the Chargers, okay? He's staying in the AFC West. Denver makes the most sense because I think they're closer than the Chargers are. Girl gets passed around the circle. Hey, I must have missed my turn though. Did the refs get fired for the AFC Championship game last year? Bob, that's a good question. I will. You know what? Ref's out. He's 3 hours behind, so he's at 7. I will ask. I'm gonna text Ref. Oh shit. Okay, my phone is on. Okay, fuck. I thought it was. There's 49%. Okay. I'm gonna say, let's go, Ref. Well, I got a bunch of refills. Okay. There's the Ref. Okay. Hey, Ref. Actually, I call him by his name. Did the officiating crew I don't think they did, to be honest, because they were a senior crew. Crew who worked the AFC West or the AFC Championship game, who worked. Fuck. I'll get it. I'm you guys see it's a text, so you excuse me. AFC Championship game last year. Were any fired or demoted? I'm going to ask them. God damn it, I don't want to fucking work. Thank you. No, they don't, it's not we are. Were any fired or demoted? So I'm going to say question from my show. So who did that? Was it Bob? Okay, Bob, I am asking Ref Guru. It is 7:05 in the Pacific on a Thursday. We will see. Well, they already got their uniforms. They don't, I mean, and their uniforms are better. Their uniforms are better than the Foot Locker uniforms. They fit better. They're actually fitted. So they don't even need to go out and get any. They just go right in and work. Gene Steratore went to be a fucking mouthpiece on the for the broadcasting. Fuck twat. What a fuck twat. So anyway, now I see my fucking, I thought my phone was dead. It actually has a little bit of power. So Instagram, sorry, missed the feed. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Got a message from one of the IG girls with huge tits. Am I too big? Are these too large? Be honest. No, honey, that's why you get your fucking money. Are these too big? Be honest. Seriously, it's on Threads from the IG girl. So Bob, thank you. Thank you for that. Bob, I did ask Ref. Oh, Ed's laughing at Jack Kennedy. Yeah, I mean, this is it. I know, Mike. Gene Steratore was the ref with the index card, and I got that when I was talking to Lincoln. I had the wrong guy, and I thought I said it was Tony Corrente. It was wrong. I knew it was an Italian guy, but I fucked it up, and I think I said it when we did the shorts. I said I misrepresented the guy because I remember it. I said, "Oh, that was Tony Corrente." And Lincoln and I laughed. It was Gene Steratore. Fuck him too. Are you alive? Yes, I'm alive, Israel. You seen? Hello, I'm here. Or is you saying, is this a live? Yes, this is a live show. No. Mike, I'm the one that said it. I said it. I put that in his. I said it. That was my mistake. So yeah, and I as soon as I said it, like, that's not Gene Steratore or Tony Corrente. Tony Corrente was number 99. That's how I remember Tony Corrente because of Ref Guru, because we couldn't stand Tony Corrente. Oh, it's Jolly Roger. Oh, okay. Good to see you, brother. Yes, I am live. Good to see you, bro. Yeah, Lincoln agreed. But we thought that sounds right. Lincoln agreed. Maybe Lincoln agreed because he didn't want to correct me. Which is nice of him. And good for that. Yeah, there you go. The Wilkins deeper than we really, I believe it. Lots of great our right tackles, Ray Hirsch, but Lincoln. Yes, Lincoln is awesome. Yeah, come on in. Rich, come aboard. Permission granted, shipmate. Hit the link there, Jolly Roger. We are an hour, 6 minutes into the show. Here, I'll put the link up again, Israel, a.k.a. Jolly Roger. There's the link. Come on in. So it'd be good to hear from you. There it is. There's the StreamYard link. Come on in. Talk. Twan, if you can, come in. Savage. Marcus. Come in if you can. Or at least have your girlfriend come in. I said this with Jimmy Farrell. Next time Jimmy Farrell comes in, he has to bring his girlfriend with him too, because she's a nicer looking vision. Same thing with Angelo. Angelo's wife is very beautiful. Savage's girlfriend is very beautiful. So I'm going to insist, and Jimmy Farrell's girlfriend is definitely gorgeous. So I'm going to insist, if you're what, yes, I'm an old man. But yeah, the girls look better. And thanks for that. And he's a coach on the field, Jamal Adams. And years ago, when Jamal Adams was the all pro that he wanted to come here, but he never, or the Raiders didn't want to pay the money. That's true, by the way. He was asking for too much money, and we wanted him, and he wanted to be here, but the Raiders didn't want to pay him the money at the time. He got here. Eric Allen got here eventually. He wanted to be a Raider when he was drafted. And if you listen to the story of when Eric Allen was drafted, right? He wanted to wear 21. And the Eagle, he got a chance to wear it with the Eagles, right? So, and then he came here. Wore 20. I think, yeah, didn't he wear 21 here too? He wanted to wear it because Cliff Branch was the dude. And you are a lucky guy. You are a lucky guy. And oh, by the way, you know who another lucky guy is? That guy. Sharif, I'm going to put you on the spot. If Sharif goes and hangs out with his lady, right? If Sharif goes and hangs out with his lady and you come into the show, she'll have to come in with you. Just saying. I'm an old dude, man. I'm a good eye candy, which also is the name of the place in Vegas where the Black Hole Saturday events are. Isn't it amazing? Eye candy? Yeah. Great eye candy. Mike Sarah is, oh my God. And Mike Sarah, great guy that he is. Every time Mike Sarah exercises, he gets skinnier and I get fatter. What is that? Is that a fucking, just the way the shadow is. Always looks like I got like a zit or something here. I guess it's just the way the shadow or the way the skin looks. Oh well. Anyway, come into the show. I'm glad that Jamal Adams is doing what we want him to do. He is a coach on the field. He knows the system. We were talking about the index card. Yeah, we're also talking about, you know, good looking girl. I mean, I'm here in a man cave. You don't see. Well, I do. You know what? I don't know if they're still here. Oh no, they're in the other room. I got the Asian babe, playing cards from like the 70s and 80s. So before you had anything, those were, yeah. Woohoo! Look at that baby. Oh, okay. Israel, you're good, brother. And yeah, Bob, yeah, Lincoln Kennedy is salt of the earth. Salt of the earth. And yeah, if you're out there. JT Moore, that was the third round pick that of the Chargers a couple of years ago. He's a little younger. I haven't heard much about what's going on in camp because the Wilkins thing is what I'm hearing. Israel, I can see that, maybe not as much. I can see 8, 7 is bottom. 8 is 100% increase from 4 to 8 is +4. No other team in the AFC West is going to have a bigger plus delta than the Raiders. I'm telling you that. .425, okay. 4.34, 4.25. Safeties are going to be Hey, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Jolly Roger. Gotcha. I apologize, sir. It's the name. It's ethnic. So Jolly, yes, Jolly. From one pirate to the next, Jolly Roger. I will try to remember. Okay, 8 to 9 wins. You got it. that was my football number my last year in high school. 8 to 9, I can see. 7, gotta have 7. But no other team in the AFC West will improve record-wise more than the Vegas Raiders. Nobody. I don't remember what the standings were. I remember all 3 of the other teams made the playoffs. I think they all had. I think Denver had 9 wins, right? Denver had 9 wins. The Chargers had 10 or 11, and then Kansas City had what, 11 or 12? Holy shnikes! Fucking A! I'm serious, man. A blast from the past. Raider boy Ron. Wow. I haven't heard from you in forever. Raider boy Ron and I go way back to the Fans in Black. In that, that club. Well, you will find me up in the crow's nest, kid. Jolly, are you older than me? I don't think so. And yeah, hey, Raider boy Ron, thank you for being here. Yeah, figured. And again, this gentleman and I go back, what, 20 years? Got to be 20 years. Welcome to the show. I'm here. I hope if you find it, subscribe and ring the bell so that the bell goes, lots of rings on it. And whenever I'm on, you'll know I'm here. Oh my God. I just got dragged into a department store. It's okay. Savage, yeah, it is Old School Fans in Black. It is Old School Fans in Black. Fuck yeah. Jolly Roger. Now I'm getting it. Raider boy Ron and Jolly Roger. Old School fan FIB, man. Fans in Black. All we need now is for Blitz to come on. That would be cool. And again, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this for folks that don't know. For the ones that we've lost, Quartermaster, Raider Ben, okay, from Jersey. Those two come right to mind. There are others. Quartermaster and Raider Ben. We've lost. Alley Oop, right? We lost Alley Oop, and there were a lot. Jolly and Raider boy Ron. I know I'm missing people. Hog Farmer, thank you. Yes, and Bob. Yeah, NorCal. Bob, but I got Raider Rick for sure. But I was talking purely Fans in Black, FIB. So again, yeah, I remember Raider Rick. Well, yeah, we've lost a lot. And Raider Rick, the other pirate, there you go. Hog Farmer, these were people that were all with us in Fans in Black. So that's what I was saying. Yeah, Raider Rick was a good guy. Raider Rick was a good guy. Raider Mort, yes. I never met him. I never met that I remember. I never remember meeting Raider Mort. I know I met, obviously, the godfather of the black hole, the man. Okay, yeah, 57 effectively. I got you. Then I got you by a couple of years. So none of this kid shit with me. I'm 60. I got you by 3. Raider Mort was, yeah, we have lost all these people. I'm looking up. I see, of course, Raider Ron, the general. I see Gloria up there. And the other people are still there. You know, Skulls is still there. Obviously, Violator's still there. Raider Jerry's still there. Voodoo is still there. I won't say who that guy is because he's fuck him. Black Barbie's still there. Obviously, Tooz is still there. So we've lost some, and we still have some going around. And so now I know. Am I going to the Black Hole Party the Saturday night before the Monday night game, Raider game? I should be there, Jolly. I should be there before the Monday night. Yeah, I should be there. I will. Hey, Jolly, do you know how to get a hold of me? Do you got my number? God, man. Okay. The real founder of the original Black Hole, Dave Monzo. Okay. Today is the 6th anniversary of his passing. Okay. The real founder of the original Black Hole. So that's, so again, you didn't read the whole point. Excuse me, Captain. Never discapped it. Okay. I'll walk the point. No. Okay. No. Disrespect the captain. Hey, Jolly, it's okay. It's okay. It's because you called me kid. Violators got me by a little bit, for few years. Is Raider Boy Ron? Raider Boy, is he still here? Jimmy Farrell, a Black Hole app is still in. They're trying to get it right. But I will see Jolly. I'll see. Hopefully Raider Boy Ron would be out there too. Okay. I will do this. And I will, oh God, every time they show the game, I cheer and claim to you, my grandkids. Trust me, I grew up with the originals. Rob Rivera. There you go, Rob Rivera. I'm putting my phone number. Oh, this is gonna get God, I can't do that. Yeah. Here, Jolly, do me a favor. This is better. I'm giving my email. There you go. Go to this. Thank you. This way, email's easier because if I started getting a bunch, and I'm not saying it's you, but if I put my phone number up, it'll fuck. I'll get all sorts of bullshit. So yeah, Raider Boy Ron would be great, and Jolly's great. Hit me up on my email. Mike Sarah, you were there. Mike. Where'd you go? Mike Sarah, he was in and out. Just like, I can say. Yeah, okay, I will try. I haven't been on Fans of Black in forever. Van City, good to see you, brother. I will try. So, yeah, go to Raider. I will send and then for Jolly, okay. I will do that, sir. After the show. I will remind myself. Shit. And good to see you. So if you would like to come into the show, if you want to come into the show, I will put the link up again. Where is it? Oh my goodness. Savages is in the store with his girlfriend. Make sure you don't get caught on the kiss. Hey, Sharif, I can honestly say I don't care. I don't care. Because first off, if I have a great looking babe with me, I'm going to grab some more camera time. Because it's just a baby of the game. The next time you're on, I need to be at home so I can get on the show. We have a lot. Oh, sure. And I gotta, you know what? Before I forget, let me go to Fans in Black. Fansinblack.com. Okay. Let's see here. And I'm doing this on my show, but yeah, I got you. Let me log in. I'll go username. Remember me. I'm going to log in. And I'm logged in. Okay. So get this. Okay. Oh, God. I haven't sent a PM in like forever. My goodness. Jolly. Okay. Home port. I can't even remember how to send a fucking PM. Search. Okay. Go to home. I'm going to home port. Search messages. Here we go. Private messages. Got it. There we go. Okay. Send new message. There we go. Okay. So let's see here. Raider Boy Ron. There you go. Got Raider Boy Ron. I'll be right there. Whoever came in. Jolly Roger. You're not coming up, Jolly. Oh my good. Come on. I thought Raider Boy Ron was there. Let's see here. Okay, yep, he's there. So I got that. Jolly. Come on. Jolly Roger. Somebody's there. Okay, I got it. I got it there. I will send it after the show. Show. There's Mike, Sarah. Okay. I'm stuck at a Kohl's, but still on the phone. Okay. Next time you're on, you do it so I can get on the show. Yeah, for sure. Talked about Wilkins. Okay, and Van, we talked about this. I'm gonna bring on Mike, Sarah. Thanks for coming on, Mike. Mike, were you having like issues with internet or whatnot? Are you exercising?
Yeah, I'm at the gym. I don't know what's going on. It wouldn't allow me in, and then I messed with it, so I think I'm in. Can you hear me talk?
Barely hear you.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna switch off. Hang on just a second.
Okay. Mike's gonna get his. Hopefully, get his mic squared away. I'm trying to.
Okay.
There you go.
Much better.
much better.
Yeah, I took off my earbuds.
Okay, got it.
All right.
Yep. Yeah. So what's up?
Well, not much. I just wanted to kind of weigh in on what's going on right now with the team, and releasing Christian Wilkins. I'm not sure. I probably don't understand the whole story. If he's able to play or he's not able to play, because you were saying something to the fact that he could join another team. Is he physically able to play? We just released him because we didn't want to worry about it, and we didn't want to pay the $35 million $35 million guaranteed.
Well, what I'm hearing is this, and I don't know about the money. Okay, I don't know about the money. I don't know whether if there was a date that if he was on our roster, he gets money. That I don't know about. Somebody should probably tell me, what does his contract state? I don't know about that. What happened is, and this is per people, the Raiders wanted Wilkins to get another surgery for his Jones fracture. Wilkins said, no, I want to play. The Raiders said, get surgery. Wilkins said no. And because of that disagreement, the Raiders really released him. So as of right now, whatever the contract was, he's playing on that portion of the contract. Now, if it was all guaranteed, then the Raiders are really fucked.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And yeah, Jolly was saying that was the deal. If he was on our roster by a certain day, he gets the money. So if he is not on the roster by this day, according to the contract, then he doesn't get the money. And if he doesn't get the money, then that means, in my estimation, is that the money comes back to the Raiders, so we have it available. So if we have it available, that means that maybe we can go to, and somebody was saying this, or I read it somewhere, I can't remember what it was. Let's go, hey, let's talk to the Bengals, right? Let's talk to the Bengals because Trey Hendrickson does not want to be there, along with their first round pick, who has not signed. I think his name is Shamar Moore. He hasn't signed because the Bengals are fucktwats. Excuse my French. They're fucktwats. So if
they don't care about their defense, I know that.
Well, they don't. Yeah, they don't care about their team building the team. They're all about Burrow and the wide receivers. That's true, right?
Yeah.
They don't even care about the running backs. They let Joe Mixon walk. That was stupid. So they care about Burrow and the wide receivers. But you know what? If you don't have a defense to win you games, or if you don't have offensive linemen to win you game, I don't even know what their offensive line situation is. But they only care about the top, and they're going to lose games because of that, right? So because of that, and by the way, they told Shamar Moore, or is that the actor from SWAT? Anyway, their first round pick. I thought it was Shamar. I must be thinking Shamar Moore, but their first round pick that they picked from A&M, he didn't sign a contract because the Bengals were saying, okay, in this contract, you got to agree to this, and this. And it was unheard of, right? So because of that, he didn't sign the contract, and it's kind of like he can play the Bo Jackson card because yes, Shamar Moore is SWAT. Okay, Shamar Stewart. I knew it was a Shamar. Yeah, Shamar Moore is the SWAT actor. Great guy. And Shamar Stewart, thank you, folks. I'm playing old man shit. Shamar Moore, Shamar Stewart. It was a Shamar. I knew it was a Shamar. So the fact is that because they told Shamar Stewart, not to be confused with Shamar Moore, the great actor that he is, you got to sign this. This is your contract. And he said no. So because he didn't sign the contract, he's trying to go back and play another year at A&M. Okay. And
okay, yeah, well, we're going way. I understand what you're trying to say, but we're going way off on what I was trying to say.
Yeah,
about Christian Wilkins.
Yeah, Christian Wilkins. Yeah, okay. And by the way, yeah, I know who Shamar Moore is. I've watched him for years. She was in the. I'm sorry. I'll get to this after our conversation. The point is that he was due money by a certain date. The Raiders wanted him to do something. He said no. The Raiders cut him. So if that was in the contract, then that means the Raiders will keep that money based upon.
what I have read, and what I've read is that we will not lose that. We get that 35.2 million or whatever it is. We get that back. We don't lose that
Allegedly.
allegedly. But
Yeah.
here's my situation. He's like, I don't know. He was like a key player for our team, for the way our defense was going to be run. I don't understand why letting him go. I just don't understand this whole new regime that we have running this team right now. It seems like on defense, we've gotten rid of a lot of quality players. We replaced them with cheaper players, but I still don't see where any of them are any better than what we had before. I would say they're probably below average from what we had before on that team, on the defense.
I will disagree with and again, I don't go by the rose colored, everything is fucking great and awesome. But I'll give you this: Jeremy Chin over Trayvon Merrick. Yeah, that's an upgrade. Okay,
and it probably will be. Here's my situation though. You get a guy like Devin White. You get a guy like Jalen Smith. You get a guy like Jamal Adams. These are all guys that are at one time they were pretty good, but now they're either struggling with injuries or just their decline in play. It just seems like we've been doing this bargain basement shopping all year, hoping that these guys that we got are going to benefit us in return. I mean, they're going to be the guys that come out and produce. I'm not so sure of that. I'm not totally confident in that right now. I think our offense is better. I do like Geno. I think he's an upgrade, obviously, to what we had last year. I think the running back is definitely an upgrade. I think the O-line is still a question mark. I still think there's more promise on offense than there is on defense. I'm concerned about the defense. I love Max Crosby, obviously. I don't know, and I hope I'm wrong. But I just see all these players. We got rid of a Spillane. We got rid of a Mork. We got rid of a Hobbs. People don't really talk about that. I know he was hurt, on and off a lot, but he's still a hell of a lot better than anybody we have, a cover man that we have right now on our team.
And I agree to a point, but if you got somebody, and we'll go with Hobbs, right? If you're getting X amount of production from a guy, but the guy is only there half the time, okay.
Well, we're still banking on Jacorian Bennett, who was hurt most of last year.
But he's also a lot younger, and we're going to bank on him along with.
He's not. I mean, he's a little bit younger, obviously, but Hobbs is not that old. Hobbs is in the prime of his career right now. He's probably late 20s.
Who?
Mid to late 20s, Hobbs.
Yeah, but you know what? Hobbs really. Yeah, thank you there, Twan. Hobbs was hobbled. Okay.
Yeah.
Hobbs was hobbled. Okay.
But what do? We get players like Jalen Smith, like Devin White, who's probably I think his production's gone down more than injury. You get a guy like Jamal Adams. I mean, I honestly don't see Jamal Adams making a team. I really don't. And I hope I'm wrong.
And no. I actually think that Jamal Adams is here for the training camp. If he makes the team, that's a bonus.
Yeah, of course. But they said he was working out with the linebackers today.
Oh,
so I don't know if they're trying to make him. This is what Mitchell Rentz on Chat Sports. He had mentioned that, and I can understand where maybe they want to make him a hybrid type of player.
Yeah, like that.
I don't know.
For us before.
Yeah, that's like Diablo.
Yeah,
I mean, Diablo was good, but he wasn't great. I mean, he was serviceable, but he made a lot of tackles, but he made a lot of tackles 5 yards down the line of scrimmage or 5 yards off the line.
Like Tanner Muse worked out, not Diablo, not really. The hybrid. Oh, and by the way, I give you, and I hate saying his name, Amari Burney, who played for my Gators as a safety into linebacker, and I thought that he was going to work out, but he didn't. Okay. Yeah. And I'll just say that it didn't work. And I will, Richie Riche, thank you for coming in. And again, I don't know. Devin White, to me, Devin White is a guy who's here to teach and impart wisdom. And if he sticks, that's a bonus. I don't know if Devin White's going to make the team. I don't know if Jamal Adams is going to make the team. I really don't.
Yeah.
Twan says,
I think our linebacker. I think Roberts is definitely going to be a starter. I think Pratt is definitely going to be a starter. Now they have Devin White penciled in right now as a starter. Now Pratt was a good pickup. I admit that, and that was going back to Cincinnati. How stupid they are, not maintaining or retaining their defensive players.
Yeah.
But I think Pratt's a really good player. So I think we're okay at linebacker. If Devin White pans out, I mean, that's the steal of the year right there.
Well, I actually think that Amari Gaynor, the other Amari,
that's a guy that is a guy that I think, I don't know what he does in preseason. He looked incredible.
Yeah. And he's only going to get better.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And then Eichenberg, there's another question mark. I've been hearing good things about him. I think Eichenberg was not healthy last year. Hopefully he's going to be healthy this year.
I would see, and Richie, thank you for saying that. This is exactly what I was saying. You need guys who know how to play the position to impart their wisdom and know-how on the younger guys, i.e., that's why Devin White's here. So I think that he was going to he's going to show people how to play the position, and if he sticks around, great. But I think that by maybe mid-season on, that's why I said this is year 0 of the gel, that you're going to have people that are coming in and teaching people how to play. Okay.
Didn't I hear that Tyree Wilson, they were considering moving him inside?
Yes.
Maybe not the whole time, but kind of moving him around and inside. The guy has talent, obviously. He's not getting it done on the outside. Maybe he's more productive on the inside. I'm not sure.
Well, they did it last year with him. He actually had more of an effect as a defensive tackle, right? And he played well on the inside, okay? And that's with people like, was it Snowden and, Kayvon Chason playing end?
I think Snowden's in a little bit of legal trouble right now.
I haven't been keeping up. Who's the guy?
He got in trouble for something, and I think he's facing like a suspension. I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, I said, with the name, I'm an intel guy. I don't like the name Snowden. I don't like
the guy I really like is Butler, and I think if he can come through, he played really well for us last year.
Yeah,
at tackle, and I think if that guy can fill in and do, I don't know if he can be as good as Christian Wilkins was, but I would imagine he's showed that he could play last year. So I'm hoping he'll fill in that gap. But we just need that inside pressure. And I know you got Richie on the, Richie in the show right now. And Richie is a big proponent of inside pressure under defense. I mean, I know he's always talked about that.
And who else?
Up the middle pressure.
You know who else is? Miss Peggy. Miss Peggy will go down. And like, when was the last time we had somebody come right up the fucking gut? Well, she didn't say fucking. I'm putting words in her mouth. But get the pressure from the middle, from the defensive tackles, right? To put pressure.
We had a guy named Autry.
Yeah.
D'Amico Autry. And that guy got it done. And now he's playing for, I think he was with Indianapolis or somebody, and he's still playing great. Yeah. And that guy, we just let go.
Yeah.
That was several years ago, but we gave up on him.
Yeah, we gave up on him. And we also gave up on the guy that played for Denver. And Richie, you can say the guy's name. He was the one that the last time before last year, let me preface this. The last time that the Broncos beat the Raiders, aside from last year, was the defensive lineman that the Raiders gave up on that swatted down the pass from Derek Dallas Carr. That's for you, Sharif, because I know whenever you say his name, you got to get all three. Derek Dallas Carr. Derek Dallas Carr. He swatted down the pass. He's a former Raider, and the Raiders didn't get the win because of the former Raider. Yeah. So
speaking of Derek Dallas Carr, he's not gonna lose to the Raiders, so he's not gonna lose to all 32 NFL teams. Technically he did, because he was on the Saints when we beat them, but he wasn't a quarterback. He wasn't starting.
Yeah, that's a technicality, and he will say, "Not, I did not lose to all 32 teams."
I honestly think that. I think that's why he retired. I really did. No, I'm just kidding. Because I don't think the Raiders are playing the Saints for like another 4 years or whatever.
Well, remember though that the Raiders played the Saints in that extra year when we went to Nolans prior to when we got our ass kicked 33-0, right? He was on our team, right?
Yeah, we didn't cross the
he didn't cross
the 50-yard line.
Right.
Yeah.
But that game was the extra game. It was game 17. They threw us that game in New Orleans, right? They threw us an extra game last year that was a home game. I can't remember which one it was. And there it was. So, yeah. And so we weren't. So I don't think we were going to play the Saints at all unless it came in the rotation, the 4-year rotation. So
exactly. So I don't think he would have really worried. I was just kidding, obviously. I don't think he really would have been too concerned.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
He doesn't care. Sharif
Salakan
cares because Derek Dallas Carr deserved to lose to the Raiders. I will say it for you, Sharif, because I know you're thinking it. I'm sorry.
I think if he would have started for the Saints, we would have still beat the Saints. I really think we would have beat them with Carr quarterback.
Yes, I think so. But and thank you, Richie, for that. The Raiders, like I said, bargain basement probably. But here's the other thing, though. A lot of these guys are on 1-year deals, and this is
prove it deals. Yeah,
right. Prove it deals along with Pete coming in with Spytech that's building. So the draft will be the where the people go through the draft, because remember, you get stronger with the draft. And the Raiders haven't had a chance to draft well in fucking years. As Sharif would say, you have Tom Fiasco there. Well, Tom did pretty good drafting.
He got us some pretty damn good players, and he got us 3 solid players.
Yeah.
In last year's draft. He got 3 starters last year's draft.
So if you have and I know Sharif is like, well, what has he done? Well, Sharif, I like what Spytech has done so far. I like what he did there with the drafts from this year as well. So Spytech has done a decent job this year, along with the free agent addition. The word is still out on him, but we'll see. I like what he's done. So I think that he'll definitely be better. And I'm giving you credit. I'll give you credit, Sharif, as from Tom Fiasco is gone. He's gone. No more spilt milk. Wilkins is gone. No more spilt milk. And according to the people that said if he was in the building, he would have gotten his money. Well, fuck you, bye. You're not in the building. So according to the contract, you don't get the money, which means if we got the money, it comes back on our cap.
Well, and getting back to, not getting back, but just bringing up Tom Brady, during the season, he's pretty much not. He's probably won't have too much of a say so in what the Raiders are doing because he's in broadcasting and he really can't have a partial.
Yeah,
can't be partial to any team.
Yeah.
So I would say you're pretty much going to lose Brady's opinion or whatever he's got during the season. I mean, he might try to sneak something in, but I don't know if that's legal or not. I have no idea.
No, I think that well, you can, providing that it's and that's why they limit. Again, he won't ever do. From what I understand, he can't do a Raiders game, if that's true.
Yeah, I'm sure he won't.
And if he does do a Raiders game, he can't have any contact with the team during that week because that's verboten. You know that, by the way, that's German for forbidden. If you don't know that, okay. Jolly says we should have drafted Shador. Hey, you know what? I don't know. Yeah, Brady can't do a Raiders game, then he can provide feedback. And thank you for that's what I was just going to say. He can give feedback on what.
Okay, so he can still have a say so within the Raiders organization during the season. Okay, that's cool. I'm great.
Okay. And yeah, okay. Sharif, come on, man. I give you a lot of credit, but shut up, man. Come on. The 8-year-old son thing. that was whitewash. That was a mirage. That was a smoke screen. Just so people would the Raiders draft him because the Sun said to draft? That was a smoke screen. Okay. That's a smoke.
That is too funny.
I give Sharif's credit, but some of your shit, man, I just say, come on, Sharif. It's like, come on, man. Come on, man. But Jolly, I don't agree. If they want Shador, here's the thing. If they want Shador, he's gonna be available. Okay.
Vegas is too big for Shador. He doesn't need to be in Vegas.
Yeah.
He's having a hard enough time in Cleveland. He's already got busted speeding in Cleveland, didn't he? So
I don't pay attention.
I don't know if it was in Cleveland. I don't know where it was, but he's already got busted once or twice.
Yeah. But here's the thing. He can give feedback. But again, the Raiders allegedly, and thank you for those who contributed. Thank you for being here. I mean, I got all my Fans in Black guys back. I don't know if you were here earlier, but Raider Boy Ron and Jolly Roger, my buddies from Fans in Black from 20 years ago, the website that I got a lot of great information on, they're in the chat right now, and it's like fucking great to see you. So hopefully I can get more people. I told Fans in Black, hey, I do shows. Crickets. Nobody came over. So I'm glad that Jolly Roger and Raider Boy Ron is there. I want to send, and I'm just going to, by the way, folks, I'm just going to post it on Fans of Black and I'll make a post where my phone number is. So I'll do it there. LV needs a quarterback.
So what show were you on? What show were you on the other night with, I think you had Coach.
Yeah.
You had the KC guy.
Yeah. It's the Coach Defense podcast, and it's Coach with Alex, with Coach Doug,
and your buddy Robert Garcia was on there too.
Buddy's there, yeah. So far.
You handled him pretty well. You didn't go crazy on him. That was good.
I had fun with him. I was like, come here, motherfucker. Well, I didn't say motherfucker. So come here. I'm going to give you uppercut. So I'm having fun with Robert. Having fun with Robert.
You got to take that kid with a grain of salt. What is he, like 25 or something? I mean, come on.
Maybe 26. Holy shit. Yeah, see, I apologize. Bill Wallenzier is also here, and he's Fans in Black. So I got 3 Fans in Black people here. There should be more. We need Blitz Chick to come in, okay? But when you were in your 20s, you thought you knew everything. I mean, you really did. Most people did. I did know everything when I was in my. I just know more now. But I knew. I'm sure you do. Yeah, you just forget. You just forget a lot more too. Unfortunately, like I do. True, that is. But Mike, I agree that prove it deals. And Richie Riche says this is going to be the end of it. Okay, what I'm saying is this is the year. This is the gel year. This is the year where the older guys will teach the younger guys, right? If I'm allowed to say this, and I know I'm going to get jumped for it. Do you remember in Stripes when Harold Ramis they're preparing for the stuff, right? Said, hey, black guys, teach the white guy. It's like yeah, it was during when they were doing the practice for the big routine they did that got them. Practice for this, like, black guys, teach the white guy. And it's kind of like that. It's like not black. It's like old guys, teach the new guys. That's what it is. They're coming in, they're teaching, and that they're going to impart that wisdom. And then the newer guys, and then the other guys that we get next year are going to build on that. Because a lot of them are on 1-year contracts. Furpo's here, thank goodness. The only thing you have to say is he got busted for speeding twice. Okay. Yeah, I think Shador did. I know he did for one. I know once, but I heard it was twice. One time was over 100. I don't know what the first time was. Yeah, but the over 100 is like that's a big deal. I'm going to say something mean. I'm going to say something that's a former Raiders wide receiver speed. So he's coming back next year, maybe. Oh my God. Because they are not built. Yeah, I tell you, we're not built 100% for Pete. And I say, Richie, I agree with you. This is the gel year. The end of this year is really year one. Next year, which is year two, will be year 1.5 and 2. They're not doing anything this year.
Well, yeah, you're saying what 7-8 wins that's not going to get you in the playoffs anyway. So we understand what's going on.
Yeah,
I mean, most people do.
they get 9 or 10. That's a bonus.
That's like
Yeah, they're not getting
nothing short of a miracle.
They're not getting more than. I mean, Pete says we're going to win 10 games. That's great. That's a bonus. But the Raiders, to me, are a 7-8 win team. Okay, 7-8 win team. And Jolly said never say no about the gameplay. Shedeur Sanders has all of the talent in the world. He does. He has all the talent in the world, but it's the other things.
So what do you think most people's opinion is of Gente, that he's going to be the sure can't miss 1,500-yard rusher with 15 touchdowns? I mean, that's what most people think is going to happen.
I would tamp down 15. I would say he's going to get 1,000. He is going to get 1,000 because it's actually pretty easier nowadays to get 1,000 yards. When they went from 14 to 16, you only have to average about 60 yards a game, something like that, to get 1,000 yards in a 17 game season. Yeah, I know, Richie. I know I'm giving you credit, sir. Yeah, but with that extra 2, now 3 games, because it went from 14 to 16. So that's why when you got 1,000 yards with 14 games, that was saying something. And OJ got 2,000 in 14 games. Two tickets, or two bills, or two. Got changed for 100. Well, yeah, 2,000 yards in 14 games, which is saying something. Okay. Yeah, Pete said he's winning 10 games. Good for Pete. I hope he's right. I don't think so, but that's the mind. That's the methodology. You got to say we're going to win 10 games, because he's not going to go out to the microphone. He's the great Super Bowl winning and the college football championship winning. He's got all of this thing. We're going to win. We're going to win a few games. We're going to be better than that last year. I think his worst year. I think college and pro. I think his worst year was like 7-9. Yeah. And I think that was with the Patriots the first year or whatever. Yeah. I'm thinking, I'm pretty sure that was what his, because other than that, he's been over 10 wins almost every year. Yeah, 2 racks. Thanks. I appreciate Richie Richey helping me out. And I will say thank you to all of the people. And you normally do this as well, Mike. The people that are in the chat and the comments, you all are you're my producers without the credit, because I will say something and I don't think, who was that guy's name? And you guys are on it. And I appreciate that, because I don't have something in my ear with somebody giving me the answer. It's you guys. And I appreciate. That's why I appreciate everybody being here. And and I agree with Savage. Savage is saying that he needs to get the compass to be in that show. They should be in that show. Okay. And I appreciate, and Bill Wallensier and Jolly Roger and Raider Boy Ron. Yeah. I appreciate all of the folks that are there. And I forgot, by the way, another guy that we lost. Oh, Raider Boy Ron, got to go. Yeah, the PM, you got it. I'm going to try to get your PM, or I'm just going to put a fucking post up. I'll put a post up. Here's my number, because if you're on the site, it'll be in a post. I don't know. I put the thing. I'll go to Jolly, because I can't get Jolly's name to come up. Anyway, thanks there, Ed. Appreciate that. But for all of the folks that are here, okay, and Richie said it, we're going to get better. We're going to get better. Oh, yeah, Mike's, hey, Richie's giving you positives, man. Mike Sarah says he's cool. Okay. OJ was something special. I got it, man. Juice was on the loose. Hey, I still got his 69 Topps rookie card, which, like, I have a 63 Topps Pete Rose rookie card. It's a 4-panel, because those days they had 4 people on the rookie card. So his first rookie card was the 4-panel of the players, because he didn't. You had to be something to get your own card, and I was in 64 when he got his first card. The 63 Rose, which is his rookie card, and all of those cards drop. That's fine, Savage. You can be here another time. Yeah, tell your girl I love her, but don't go into any more shopping centers. when it's time to come on the show. And I appreciate everybody being here. So, excuse me, baking powder? I don't know what that's about. Anyway, I don't know. I'm reading the comments. But Mike, thank you for being here. Sharif, thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Did I forget anybody? Was somebody else on tonight? Oh yeah, Bruce was on. Bruce was here, and best blessings to Bruce and his beautiful bride, aka Asawa, and all of that. And Jolly Roger. Jolly, I will send you. I will put a post on. It'll be a post. It'll be a post. The Jolly and the Raider Boy Ron and Bill Wallenzier is already. Bill's got my number already, so I'll put it. And I appreciate everybody being here. Everybody being here, and that includes you, Mike. I include you,
Good deal.
Mike.
No, I appreciate being on here.
Yeah, and for those that want to know, I'm going to go over to my other buddy's channel. And I can't remember what the name of it is. Fuck. But I'm going to go on his channel, and then I'm going to try to broadcast it here because he says he has like 4-hour shows. I'm like, dude, if I have a 4-hour show, it's because Angelo's here. Yeah,
And an hour of that is boxing.
Yeah, 2 hours of that is fine. But at least we're talking.
Angela's awesome. I love Angela. He's great.
It's an excellent conversation, though.
Yeah.
Excellent. I have
You know what? He's spirited. He gets into what he's talking about. I like that. I like that somebody, really appreciates and,
Yeah.
feels.
Sharif, I'll take any of that, man. A sealed in bag Pete Rose comic. Yeah, I do that. So, and I will be seeing you at the home opener. Thank you. I will be out there. And like I said, Mike, are you going into games this year, sir?
Well, you know what? They play in Indianapolis. I'm only 5 hours away from Indy, so I might go there. I was there a couple times when they played at the old Hoosier Dome.
Yeah.
I've never been to Lucas Oil yet, so I might do that one.
I'm slated to go to Indy, so I will see you in Indy. Yeah, Twan, I'm closing out. I'm at 2 hours already, and I'm going to close out. And in fact, I got to really get off because you can't do videos if it's over 2 hours. Mike, I got to go. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everybody, for being here.
Take care, guys.
Take care. Be well, everybody. That was Mike Sarah. I got to end the show. First, you did have a hot chick. I got you there, Jolly. We'll do it. I got to end the stream. I will be back. Thanks to everybody. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Yarg, all you bastards.